Him running, his knees look like they're about to collapse on themselves. But people were saying that that's how he ran. He always ran like that.
Yeah, he did.
His knees do hurt because he said
you
that.
can tell that they hurt by that run.
Welcome to Hermanos FC, and on today's episode of This Week in Soccer, we're going to talk about Jude's naughty boy behavior. We're going to talk about Champions League. We're going to talk about Man United being defeated. We're going to talk about Messi not liking the cold. But before we get into all that, we're going to get into Jude's thing. I just played a video because I wanted to find it. I haven't seen it. And I'm going to play it right now because the thing is that they're showing it on social media, but I couldn't tell the lips. It was just the arguing and stuff. So this video is probably the clear example. He goes, "I'm talking to you with respect, fuck off." And then the ref was like, "All right, well, you're getting an automatic red for that." It's pretty simple and clear for me. So what is people's beef? There's it wasn't fuck you, so it's not so bad.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I don't think saying fuck off is that bad. Remember, that's her lingo. That's that's her piss off or
right.
Or you know what I mean? It's one thing being yo, fuck you. That's super aggro.
Yeah.
But I'm talking to you with respect. Fuck off. I mean,
I don't see.
I've heard worse shit, dude.
I mean, what's the difference? You're still cussing at a ref. You shouldn't. You're not supposed to.
I know, but you're adults too. Let's not make this goddamn thing soft now. You know what I mean?
It's
not directed to him.
If someone's saying, if I'm in that
it's
position,
like saying, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? It's not a foul. It's you know.
What was the foul anyway? What was it?
I don't even remember what led up to it. I think it was a goal kick or some shit.
So, okay. And then I'm on team. You get punishment. It was a direct red.
Direct red.
So no warning.
No
yellow,
nothing.
Just direct.
Just red card.
No, look, I think that the players get real spicy the way that they talk. It's weird, bro. It brings
the precedent. It brings the precedent where have you seen in the NBA where they slam the ball down and they're technical? And you're dude, come on, man. That's not a technical.
Right.
You make this weird thing. Unless Jude Bellingham goes up to him. I've seen players run up to refs and chest bump them. And they don't get a red card. I feel that's way worse than saying fuck off.
I think there needs to be a certain line that it doesn't get crossed. It feels like a lot of players cross it consistently or all the time. It's really bizarre.
Like I said, man, it's I've seen refs chest I've seen other leagues where they're run up on the ref and the ref's oh, who the hell hit me? You know what I mean? But Jude Bellingham gets a red card for saying fuck off. I don't know.
All right. Well, I don't know. I think maybe the ref felt some kind of way. He was you know what? I'm not going to take this today. Don't talk to me like that. I'm going to run after.
But you're a power trip then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so.
You could warn him and be yo, I'm not going to take that language today.
Okay, that's fair. And he didn't.
Oh, he didn't. I said,
straight red.
What's that? Oh? What color is that?
Man United's really, really bad performance. I felt I thought they were getting better. And this is not a dig at Spurs because they've been just wonky. And it's not that Man United played a bad game, but damn, dude, there was clear things that were in that game that they totally whiffed.
Yeah, but people are also forgetting too. Let's be really honest. Just how. All right, there's this president, and I'm gonna sidetrack a little bit, right? Arsenal lose Saka, and they lose Kai Havertz, and now they're my season's done. Man City lost Rodri, my season's done. Spurs lose 12 players, and we're bitching apparently. Right? There's all these little clubs that lose little bit of players, and they're oh man, what do we do? Coach needs to get fired. We lost 12 players. You got to play with it, right?
Yeah.
Man, you lost 3 players before the Spurs game. Okay. They had a couple injuries.
Okay.
That's a lot. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's like
They're gonna be off a little.
they're not gonna be as cohesive as what everybody wants. On top of that, Spurs gained 4 players back.
Right.
So
They were at a disadvantage there a little bit.
what we were playing, we got a little bit of boost of our players coming back, and they lost, so they kind of down.
Right. Okay.
Well, with all that being said,
because the argument too is that like the coach for Man United, what's his name,
Amarin, yeah.
They're kind of, it's like that whole thing, like you said, they're ringing the bells already that like, oh man, he's probably gonna get fired
Dude, I hate like now at the day and age, dude. I really can't stand fans. How flip floppy they are. Like, your team's not always gonna be good.
Right.
Like, this man came in January. Like, you're not even giving him a full month.
Yeah.
Like, it's not his fault they had like 30 games in January. That's the league's problem. Let him get a summer, see who he can buy. Most likely going to buy his sporting players, right? And then give him a full season. He hasn't even had a summer preseason training to see what he wants him to play.
Right.
He literally came in. I want you to play like this. Everybody on the fly. Then he had drama with Rashford. Then he had to sell certain players.
Right, tell me. All right. There's the whole thing about like the whole thing about coaches being turned around. Like, it really is this weird thing because then the coaches end up coming back anyway. Like, so the Everton coach, the Moyes, was used to be a coach, came back. Now they're doing well. But then he might get fired again if they do bad.
It's weird. It's weird because like he's like an honorary member for them. Like, when they're struggling, bring back Moyes, but he's not good enough to be like the coach the whole year.
I don't know.
Like, I don't know. I think this turnover in coaches is ridiculous. You don't even give them shots nowadays.
Yeah.
It's like it's the same thing. If a player doesn't play well, do you automatically sell him? No.
Yeah. I don't know. I do want to play a clip of James Maddison being a little spicy. Roy Keane was talking about how, if I'm not mistaken, well, I guess I'll play it here.
It's he said just because you're gonna get Maddison back doesn't mean that you're like all of a sudden, oh, he's back, we're gonna go top 6 now.
Okay.
Right. So it's like saying, okay, so what if you get Maddison back? Is he really gonna do?
Right. And so what ended up happening is that Maddison scored a goal.
Yeah.
And then he posted this video, which is pretty fucking hilarious.
No, but if you're a player in the Spurs dressing room and Maddison's back in the squad, you wouldn't be looking and going, oh, gee, he's back today. Yeah, we're going to be fine.
So you've got to silence this, James. You're the only one who can do this.
No,
That's hilarious. I mean, I think that's the best when like players can like talk shit like openly.
You know why I probably like really bug him? So Roy Keane is a Tottenham supporter.
Yeah.
Even though he played it for Man U.
Yeah.
He's still Spurs.
Yeah.
So,
it's funny.
I mean, maybe that riled, James up to be like, all right, I got you.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I mean, these guys, him specifically, played the game, so they have opinions. They have opinions.
They have way better opinions and rights than we do. I'll tell you that much.
So, but he was wrong on this one. He was wrong.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't mean he's not wrong.
But I thought it was fucking hilarious. Them scrapping it up towards the end here.
Oh, yeah. That was legit.
They were hot-headed. So apparently,
what you mad about,
Decore was egging on the Liverpool fans, and Curtis Jones came and got hot about it. So, I mean, it's all good. It's all good in the hood. You know what? The only thing I want is fist throwing. Like, I don't.
No. See, I like this. That's enough.
This is.
I like that chippiness of that.
This
like
is enough. Yeah. Look at that.
I wouldn't have even given them red cards because they both got red cards.
Oh, that's right, huh?
Decore got a red card. Curtis Jones got a red card.
Look, all I'm saying is
Arnie Slot got a red card.
If you're gonna come in hot, bro, I'm throwing a fizz. Why not? Why throwing a punch while you're at it? What's all this like? What does all that do?
It's just good old banter. You know what I mean?
I don't like it. Because someone throw a bottle.
Because then if you start swinging, then you get more games and you get fined.
That's true. Well, all right. Well, whatever. I do like the chippiness. I wish I would have seen that game because I didn't. Champions League. The one thing I want to talk about: Man City, Real Madrid.
It's the only important one if we're being real.
I mean, it's the whole thing of Man City almost having to get eliminated. Not even in the playoffs.
Everything else kind of sucks. I mean, I guess AC needs to win, right? Because they're down 1-0. Atalanta needs to win because they've lost to Club Brugge.
But the Real Madrid and Man City is the important one.
That's the most exciting one.
Okay, so then that being said, the next game is at Real Madrid.
At the Bernabeu.
Do they win? Do they go? Who wins here? Man City goes through. Real Madrid goes through.
I still put my money on Real Madrid.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't bet against them in Champions League. In the league, yeah, they're gonna get mollywopped by Barcelona. Don't worry about that. Those are your papas.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But Champions League Real Madrid,
they just turn it on.
Yeah,
right?
those fuckers always do well. So
I'm gonna say this. It's a hot take, but Spanish teams do well in the Champions because they don't play.
Because their league sucks. Yeah,
they don't play hard enough.
Yeah,
so they rest.
That's not a hot take.
They get to rest. Their legs.
Your mind is warped if you don't think. Okay, in the Spanish league, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico.
Yeah.
And you tell me who else they have. Nope.
I don't have
nobody
the
else
answer to that. Yeah. All right. Well,
all right. And if they're not playing each other, they're not struggling.
What is the one thing that Man City can do to be like on it that game?
I don't know. On it, Haaland needs to play better.
Yeah. I thought he got hurt. Did he get hurt?
No, he's good. He did not play well against Real Madrid, and they didn't even have their defenders.
All right.
So imagine
So I saw something online about Haaland and how he used to play at Dortmund and how Pep kind of changed his position a little bit to not play like that old Haaland. But I don't know what Haaland's position was in Dortmund and if that's changed any.
That's not a thing.
Is that a thing?
No. What I think is that
what has changed about how he plays though? Because
I don't think he has like a Kevin De Bruyne that was like feeding those balls.
But what did he have at Dortmund that was feeding him balls and stuff? Because it seemed to me like the Haaland
he was just a freak of nature.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. The Haaland of old would take the ball.
He can't muscle people in the Premier League like how he did.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
it's just not as tough.
It took a toll on his body to be like, yo, I can't keep doing this every week.
Haaland has to be on it. If not, Real Madrid's
I think also Foden needs to play. Like all of them need to click because playing at the Bernabeu is not easy either.
Yeah.
Because Bellingham, you did get a red, but not a red from Champions.
Yeah.
And I think they get back Rudiger, their main CB.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
So they play like that injured now. Like.
Yeah.
Some CBs are coming back.
Yeah. All right. The MLS is back.
It's back tomorrow.
Yeah. The MLS is back officially, and there's a funny video going around on the internet of Luis Suarez. I'm gonna play it right now. Him running, his knees look like they're about to collapse on themselves. But people were saying that that's how he ran. He said he always ran like that.
Yeah, he did.
Doesn't play in the MLS count as having football though, or whatever. And he does whatever it takes to keep playing with Messi. His knees do hurt because he said
you can tell that they hurt by that run.
Okay, so how well are they gonna do this season? How well is Inter Miami going to do this season? I've seen a couple of their preseason stuff getting into kind of the groove of it. They all seem to be gelling well. Messi does not look like he's missed a beat at all. He is playing in a inferior division, like the MLS isn't playing in Spain. It's not playing in Europe. So his level of how much exertion he has to put isn't as intense. So he has the mileage to play a lot this season. Knock on wood that he doesn't get hurt or anything like that. But how well does Inter Miami do this season compared to last, where they were top of the league in a fucking weird way, where they don't win the league, even though they actually had the most points ever of any MLS team of all time. So they broke that record. They won the supporters, or whatever it's called, the Shield, whatever the fuck it is. But they didn't win the league because then they go into a playoff system and they got kicked out in the first round.
I mean,
against an inferior
I think
8th position Atlanta United.
I think they still go to the playoffs. I don't know if they'll win it. I really don't know. I can't say definitively enough. I've seen enough of this team.
Well, because now it's all new again.
I don't understand who any of these players are. Let's go there. Who the hell are these players?
Who do you?
And I'm not dogging on them. I just don't know who they are. Like,
let's go to the Inter Miami website and look at these new guys.
Like, I can't for the life of tell
roster.
you.
Here we go.
All right, look. Today, 55 minutes ago, they signed Maxi Falcon. Who the fuck is Maxi Falcon?
Where is he from?
I don't know. He's from Uruguay, and he played for this team. I don't know what team that is.
Okay. There's a lot of players. I hope that the scouting is
He plays
doing their
for
job.
Colonio.
I hope the scouting is doing their job to get players that are going to change the team. They have been winning, but they also have been playing.
I'm not. Look, I hope these players that we brought in are great, but as of right now, it just seems like
where's Drake Callender anyway?
He's hurt. I think he's hurt.
Hurt?
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems like, these are like Messi's friends, homies, kids that are coming to play. Like, you know what I mean? They're pulling them from every random place you could think of, and they're like, Messi's uncle played with my dad, so like Messi's gonna bring him over. He's got a shop for me. That's what it feels like.
How do you feel about Mascherano's coaching style though so far? Like,
I don't even know what he's doing, dude. It seems like one of those things it's not Rafa Benitez. What's his name?
Who?
The coach before.
Oh,
Tata.
Tata.
I mean, Tata just lets them play and just sat back and thought that was coaching. No, let's not lie here, all right?
I don't know. The only testament... they won against Orlando?
I will say this.
Tell me how that went.
The younger players, like Noah Allen, which, had a tendency of fucking up before.
Mm-hmm.
He looked good.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like he's thriving in it. They're definitely a counter-attacking team now.
Because they have the speed, probably. Now?
I guess Fafa is I'm surprised he's bounced around quite a bit after Nashville, but Fafa's pretty fast. They're forward. Went to New England, I think, last year. Revolution. Now he came to us.
I guess we have to just see how they play. You said it starts tomorrow?
The Champions Cup starts tomorrow, which I didn't get tickets to.
But Messi is in that.
Yeah.
Is that the game? Oh, is that the game where they're freaking out about the cold?
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about that.
Yeah.
Messi doesn't like the cold. He doesn't want to play in the cold. Is that true?
It's not just cold. Let's put that out there and not make Messi seem like he's being a diva.
Uh-huh.
They got like a snowstorm warning.
It's not good snow.
No, it's not like, I could put on a jacket and like a long sleeve and we're gonna go tough it out. We'll get warm. Apparently it's gonna be like
bad.
It's like, why are we playing soccer right now? Snow.
Cancel the game of football.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is just a CONCACAF Champions. Like,
what the hell does it even mean though?
It's a tournament. It's just the first. It's the first leg of the tournament.
But why? Okay, I can understand why Inter's in there because they won first place. But why is Kansas there? That's my question.
Hey man, I don't make this schedule.
All right, very cool, man.
Can we
good research on your end?
Can we start with, I don't know how you qualify for this thing.
Anyway, the point is, it's cold. Don't put Messi in. Don't put him in. Is that the message?
No.
That's not the message?
I don't think they should be playing. Not just
Like,
Messi.
nobody.
Yeah, I don't think any of them should be playing. Like,
Fair enough.
okay, Messi doesn't like playing in the cold. Okay, he's still gonna play it, but I don't think he should. Not just him. I don't think anybody of them should play.
Fair enough. That pretty much wraps it up for This Week in Soccer. I want to thank everyone for watching and listening, and we'll talk on the next one.
Shaka, bro. Bye, everybody. Suck it.
All right.